Well, then hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to week 13. Basically, episode 2. Second try to start the stream right now. But I've been told that all the color issues were solved, and we are going to make a song out of this sample. No, that's a lie. This one. Awesome. So, how do I do this? I know that there's a copy function, but it doesn't work for the sound. Sadly. Mad Fluff is in the house as well. Awesome. Let's open up Bass C Alorian. Yeah, there it is. It could be so easy, right? Let's put a favorite on this, and we delete this. And so as you can see, it is quite the sound. And it starts and it never stops. Oh no, it stops. It's just insanely long. Alright, I think we had it in this engine, and it's not a one shot. I want to... I want it like this. So now the big question is... What kind of what kind of track is it going to be? Because this is going to be very minimalistic. This is going to be a lot of... By the way, the fucking chair is not the right height. Now it is. Funny. Alright. Let's see. We are going to work with kicks. I think actually this is the kick. I know this was a short one, but oh yeah, there's a snappy end again. There's a fade out option in the... Let's put the end a little further. Oh no, that's selection, it's not the actual end. Fade out. Yes, apply. Awesome. So let's find out which BPM we're in. I feel like 1:30 Yeah, 136 is good. We like it like that. Awesome. Now the next thing. I have the feeling this actually this is like a step sound, like you have the kick going. And then it's like a few beats nothing and then yeah, and you cut it off. Awesome, let's do this. Let's say the length is 8 bars. Yeah. Awesome. We will copy this one and put it there. This episode is a lot about sampling. I want this one reverse. And say that we just created a rumble. You could say, but that's not really the case. Interesting point. Actually, let's have a sip of coffee first. How are you doing today? Everybody feeling good? Because I am feeling very good. I had a very, very lovely interaction with the Prism synthesizer last time. wanna see if I can have that again. Basically, it's just we have to decide on the key. I feel like G. Is this a good route? But I feel like no, Prism was not the one that I was looking for. But we got it. No, it was Reactor. I think Reactor. Absolute classic. I wish you could see the interface of the synthesizer. At some point, I will have to do a sound design episodes where I use the laptop with the screen and my face somewhere on the laptop, and then we'll do like sound design, because this is absolute cinema. I tell you, everybody who plays on Reactor, complete maniacs. It's so crazy, because every sound that I just played has a completely different interface. But it does not play anything right now. It's like having a lot of different synthesizers packed into one. Yeah, sorry, I keep playing and explaining stuff. So you have like the Reactor synthesizer in Native Instruments, and you have all these different sounds that you can choose from, and every sound. Yeah, I'm using the machine mainly today. We started last week with the machine, and it worked out very well. Can I try something? Watch it. Madfluff asked if she can try something. Sure she can. instrument I'm looking for. It's just not the sound that I'm looking for. All right. I think that's more along the line. Would actually be painting in the thing. No, I can't. FML. Oh yeah, and there we go again. Fun fact with this laptop, I'm using the touchpad as a second screen. And sometimes when I put the plugins down, it actually goes down to the touchpad screen. I think that is it. Let's put it there. Pattern is also 16 long. No repeat. And I have 2 bars. Stinky is in the chat. Hi, what's up? So thing is, I think I like this. I like this very much, but I think we will just take the MIDI out of this and put it on a new instrument track, and it's gonna be Contact. Is it? Yeah, it's gonna be Contact. So let's just put this into Contact, because that's the beauty, right? Everything I do in the machine, I could always just copy the MIDI and put it into a new instrument track. So now I have to find the blocks wired again, which I think should be in Contact. At least that's where it's supposed to be. It's not. Note to myself, I have to reorganize my library. Oh. I see. Alright, it's much more difficult to find this actually in the plugin version than it is to find it in the machine, which I guess is the point, right? We could try to use it. And then I'll just make the sound right here. It's just I'll have to figure out how the how this works. I mean, I could always opt to go for massive, right? Because that's the synthesizer I'm most familiar with, but it is really crazy though. It is. Actually, I just like the sound of the preset. It sounds a little more classy from the machine though. Alright, let's grab the idea. Let's use the machine sound. And let's get into this. Okay. Just double checking if I'm still recording. No, it's great. I love it. Let's add a distortion because distortion. Let's take the isotope distortion because isotope distortion, obviously. Gotta love the distortion from isotope. They're making such a phenomenal job. It is the light version right now. Just do the fuck the distortion. We will do the dramaturgic elements with the filter, not the distortion. Make sense? Makes sense. We will just... Alright, let's add some groups. Let's do the drums. Let's add some audio stuff. Stereo, kick plus rumble. Because it was surprisingly easy to make the kick with the rumble. Let's see if we have the general problem with the audio again from last stream. If not, no problem. And we sure do. I think. Yeah. Still have the problem with that. Sucks. No problem though. Because I wanted to record the audio from the synthesizer anyway. Oh, right, and I think we'll have to set the output from the machine into record. Yeah. All right. So that's that. I don't get it why it has those timing issues when I just copy it, but what can I do? Right. All right, did not set the input to record. Okay, let's put that there, glue this up, and this is basically our beat. Which is just a kick and a rumble and then the sample. Yeah, it's just basically I will basically just add some things. Probably before we do that, before we do that, let's actually record it. Audio track input is the machine. We name it what's that? It's like our arpeggio body. All right. Come on, buddy. Though. One thing I could try, one last thing, would be using Massive to get a sound that I have more control over. I need a... okay, whatever. Let's see. I could try to use Massive. And this is basically, this is very simple. We put the sustain down. Actually, no. And then we put the envelope down on you. This is funny. And the whole time we were listening to the original, not what I did in Massive. Because what I did in Massive was sounding like this. here we see that I might not be as good at sound design as I think I am. Not just kidding. It's just, you know, cooking. Exactly. Alright, so I think this is in general, this is what I want. Not this. Because it sounds fat. But in the routing we have to put the filter after all the effects. See, this is why I like using Massive. I have the complete freedom to choose the routing of stuff myself. So we might not hear anything right now. Ah, that's because. Ah. And now what I want is I don't want the wobble sound, I want the I want it to move differently. More like this. Okay, it's kind of what I wanted, but kind of not. Let's just stick with the classic one because it kind of sounds more characteristic to what we are looking for. One thing, though, I have to re-record the kick again because I want the kick and the rumble to be two different things. So we go here again. And we just record a kick again. Perfect. And now we'll just record the rumble again. Perfect. This is what we want. Because when I go to massive now, we go to the audio effects. We add a compressor, but not the solid bus compression, the normal Cubase compressor. We activate side chaining. We go to our kick. We go to send effects. We put in the side chain. Auto release. And that's the dubby sound. Very dubby, not many highs. Ugh. So what I would usually do is I'll take a synthesizer opening up like wah, and I put it on the sample. It kind of is what we are looking for. I mean, it's fairly simple, let's be honest. This fucking envelope on the filter cutoff. I want this cutoff. I want it to, yeah, the cutoff and the resonance. I want them to be in automation. Okay. I know that there's a thing for this. I just did a really quick compression on it. do a limiter too. Yeah. Awesome. I like usually I am not working with one screen on Cubase. I usually have two screens, so I tend to do all the effects that you have in the mixer. I tend to load them separately. But working with one screen makes me use the Cubase strip, which is a great thing, I guess. It probably saves a lot of CPU. Yeah, whatever. We want exactly, we want those. Perfect. Perfect. I have the read on the resonance right here. And we just need to do yeah, so basically this is what we do. And now I just put you to 16th notes and we can do all funny kinds of things. Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is the idea for the song. Awesome. All right. One last thing that I need to do with all of this. We need an introduction to the song. And then I'll do more drums, but the drums are like a secondary concern right now. What I want is an automation here as well. I want the Q high shell 5. Oh no, I want the low pass filter on this. I want to show the automation for that. And let's see. Yeah, I think 16 bars is is perfect. Bup, bup, bup. We have the equalizer done. Ah, there we go. Yeah. So basically what I did is I put a compressor and a limiter on it and a bit of saturation, and it opens up with the filter. So oh damn, I have like a lot of MIDI files here that I don't want. Yeah, let's add a separate effect channel because I want a reverb as well. Let's keep it simple. Let's just use the Roomworks from Cubase. I think it's fine. And we'll use this as effect. Let's make the delay a little longer. So yeah. Yeah, and then we leave one bar and then it just starts into the kick, but without the rumble. Let's delete the automation from the arpeggio. And the background you hear a coffee machine. Main, you know what? Let's call this the main sample for the intro. Add an audio track because I really don't want the same settings for the main sample thing, because this one, yeah, this one's gonna be a little more distorted. Saturation, let's be a little more bold with you. Yeah. Arpeggio. I have an empty track there. Arpeggio. I see, and this is a perfect point to introduce the rumble kick, by the way. So we have 16 bars here. It skips 32 and there. And so we start at 33 with the rumble. Later comes this one. It's just I'm just at this point I'm just improvising with the setup. So exactly, we have the tape saturation. I don't like the tape saturation. Yeah. Let's make this one pump. Yeah. I like it. Perfect. It's pumping. Awesome. Sidechain though. Let's do the sidechain on this one as well, because sidechain is important. It's not perfect. I want it to be pumping a little bit. I want it to be pumping just a little bit. Yeah. Not so much. Yeah. You see what I mean? Where we come from here? Awesome. This is how it goes. Yeah. The arpeggio, yeah, we set up the automation for the arpeggio, which is fine, it's perfect. I mean, basically that's it. Let's hit save, because I have not saved since starting the project. Yeah. It's fairly simple. Let's look for some more drum samples. Just because. We are looking for drums. We are looking for hi-hat closed. And we are looking for unmuting the machine. Actually, Nice. Come on, it can be so easy. Now I remember why I never really had respect for the for techno DJs. Okay. We have free. We make this on hat, off hat, 16th hat, because I know I'm gonna want a on hat. 16th hat, I mean. We are going to have to put this louder though. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. It's so funny how this can be so easy. Oh my gosh. And now see, this is the thing. Now we are looking for something like a shaker. This sounds funny. So let's say fixed velocity in 20 steps. It's not quite the sample though. Nah. Yeah. This is kind of the sample I'm looking for. No, it's alright. I don't need no need for. No need for anything compression wise. Yeah. Let's add the rumble to it. Oh, right. is the routing. It's not into the drums. Drums. Everything goes to the drums. You know what? Let's put the on hat to the left. Off hat to the right. And yeah, let's just let's do a smooth auto pan. And the most important thing is to basically just have the balance between the stuff. All right, perfect. This I like it. I love everything about it. And then later on, like when that arpeggio comes. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I mean, we could do the arpeggio with another synthesizer as well. Um, I just think massive is like a nice fix. Let's see. It comes in strong. It feels it fills the thing. Let's do something. Oh, let's do the drums delay thing, where you take a delay and you put it on the drums to make a asynchronic feeling when playing this. Let me show you what I mean. So we take the replica from Native Instruments and take the drums and say it's going to the drums delay. But first we have to filter out all the lower frequencies. Because when you do something like this, it's always important to cut out stuff that you want took the wrong replica though. There's a version with the delay, and there's a version with delay plus additional modulation effects. So let's mute the sample. And as you can hear, there's a delay, right? Of course there's a delay. There's also a replica internal filter, funny enough. And you can hear that it's like that's delay on the drums. So what else can we do? Well, and this is the beauty, we can add chorus. And we can make the delay ping pong. And now you have a huge delay effect that is really pumping into it. We could also probably do this with a phaser. Especially when there is a compressor running on the drums. Let's see, do we have... What's Brainworks Master Deck? Crazy, it works. I'm not used to Brainworks plugins working. I'll have a look into it when I do the mixdown for those tracks. For now, we stay with Cubase though. It's so crazy. By the way, always, and this is very important, always do the right thing and do automation for an effect like this, because you can start off with it and then just cut it later. Oops, that was the wrong. That was the wrong one. You can always start with it and then put it back. You know what I mean? It sounds crazy. It is crazy, but it's like only on the on the first quarter of the fourth bars. So only like we have 4 bars running of the loop right now, and only on the first bar, the start, it comes with the delay. And when you listen to it for a moment, you'll see that there's like a natural effect happening, that you have the delay descending over time and it comes back, and this is what keeps it interesting. And the worst part that can happen to your music is that it's not interesting. And this is why I love making electronic music. You do this kind of stuff, and it just works, and it makes you happy. It makes me happy. I like it. So let's do the thing. Let's add some saturation to the drums. And let's actually and since I had the mishappen with the volume automation, let's just quickly fix that. And in my opinion, this is just sounding good without having a ton of effort. But we all are aware that electronic music is a lot about automation. So putting in all the automation and deciding when and where I want things to be present and when not is going to be a very long process, basically, because this is all that is left to do, basically. Let's quickly save the project, because I'm very happy with the sound so far of the drums. It's nice. Let's reintroduce the sample that we did with the drums. And I just realized I could do something like a chopper with it. And I would like the chopper to be this, and there we have it. And now I'll introduce this to automation as well. And so let's just assume we take the sample. And I only want the chopper to be on the last bit of the sample, on the last piece. Right. So I want it exactly the other way around. Maybe a little further. The chopper goes a little down in the effect chain. The sample is a little quiet. Actually, let's not maximize it. Let's normalize it in Cubase. I think that's the smarter way. Process. Let's see if I normalize it. It will be completely quiet. All right. Let's not do that then. This is like not what I imagined would happen. Alright. Then I think we'll just have to work with the maximizer. And you see how it pumps more when I have the chopper and the maximizer in it. Makes me happy. It's like... It's nice. And I can reintroduce that, but make it longer, right? It might be hard for people who are sensitive to equal numbers to listen to this, because this sample is not on point. It's like the length of the sample is a little longer than the 1 bar that we are used to in our brain. So when we take 1 bar, we have 4 hits on the drums, and this sample is actually 5 hits long, which you don't really hear when you listen to it. It's difficult to explain. So people will perceive this as a little too long to say, to summarize it. But with everything going on effect-wise, it is interesting and sounding good. But still, like people who probably have OCD or something related to that will have issues listening to this on yeah, will have issues listening to this. So I think it's safe to say we can discard of the machine. Let's deactivate you and blend you out. So thank you very much. You've been mostly helpful. Sorry. And let's do arrangement. All right. Arrangement. Everybody loves the arrangement. Let's get comfortable. Actually, up until now, I was not sitting very comfortable. But it's nice like this. All right. So we have a few tricks up our sleeve, and we have the arpeggio, which actually still gives me a little headache because I don't feel it. I don't really feel it. It's very static. And that could have multiple reasons. And I am not very sure how much I'm going to change about this right now. So, this is purely visual for myself, but I will put down a marker for the arrangement. And what I'm doing is basically label where I want things to be happening. So right now we start at the intro, obviously. Intro goes until bar 16, and bar 18 will be theme 1. Let's see, we go 4, 8, 12, 16 bars to here, and introduce a second theme, but it's not going to be as long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's do it until here. So I know. So I know how to arrange transitions. And we come back to theme 1. Or should we do something like a second theme there? That would be interesting to know. Let's decide later. And after this we do another transitional part. It's going to be equally as long. And we will call this the drop. Awesome. Let's delete some shit because it's not on point. Oh, I should do the quantization. I should do this bigger. So, alright. So we have the theme, then we have the drop. And I think it will just end with the drop. And at the very end, we will be at around 3.5 minutes, which is industry standard. I know that we are returning to longer songs or to shorter songs, but not the middle ground that we had in the last 50 years. But I think it's a good thing. I mean, just the intro section is half a minute, and then yeah. This is the point where I introduce cutting away a lot of things. The off hat stays. The 16th hat does not stay. The rumble does not stay. Let's have a listen. Let's double check what we did so far. All right. Oof. Let's put the let's put the arpeggio wide in the back. The intro is a little boring. But the drums are okay. The drums are nice. I think I have to move the drums subgroup up. Yeah. I liked how the effect was sounding with the delay at the start of the... I do not like that it's starting later than you. All right. This is so classic techno. Yeah. Let's phase in just a little bit and adjust the curves and what it does. Maybe a little more. Oh, good point. Actually, introducing the step again. We're doing the industrial idea you were talking about last stream. Yeah, Timmy, welcome back. I am. Timmy, nice to have you. Yeah, Timmy, to catch you up to speed. It is the intro and the main pronunciation. The intro is not very refined so far, but I am working with having the sample play and then while playing chopping it up. As you can hear, let me play it for you again. And the idea behind it is that we have like a chopper effect. And I have an automation running when the chopper is on or when it's off. And it's different timings and different lengths for each sample. And I'm working on the current part of the song where we have like the drums and the chopper coming. It's very light, very minimalistic, like we're used to. And yeah. And I think there should be the sample coming again, because there was 16 bars, and I wanna have a moment with it. Yeah. And this, all right, okay. So here's the plan. We just repeat the sample with the chopper, and some sort of distortion blending in. Question is, what kind of distortion? Because yeah, as you can hear, there's the rumble kick coming. And this one is going to be, that's your this is your outside the club door sound effect. Yeah, no, it's actually a rumble kick. I wanted one to fill the room, right? You know what I mean? So we have, there's the heads coming. And actually, let me introduce the heads a little more on this part as well. I forgot to disable the loop, but I like it. All right. I have to introduce some effect steps here again. And I love how the delay sounds. The delay is very effective as the effect that it is. You don't say Smith Fluff. Yeah, indeed. Let's turn it around. Let's also put this down. We need a sample there, definitely. And I think, what? To pronounce the to pronounce the effect, we have to introduce it again. Alright, so I like how it's going. It's got a really good vibe going. But we've been going on with this for a while. And now is the marker again. Let's call this transition. And now is the time to introduce the arpeggio. I don't know how I want to do it. I don't know how it will or should sound afterwards, but it will happen. And later on in the drop. Okay, so I will play this now. It will not sound good. Just be mentally prepared. It will not sound good. So he will be pumping all. Actually, this is a good drop. Bro, let's move you. Let's move you ahead of time. 1, 2, 3, 4 bars right over there. Ooh. there will also be playing the kick and the rumble. Maybe you should do this with your helmet on. Go to Insta and see this channel and say how the edits are. Alright, weird guy 3478. Go to Insta and see Aidit's channel. Damn, that it's really difficult to pronounce, bro. Aidit's channel. Shout out to Aidit's. Maybe we'll look at your edits later on. But right now, I just want to get this done because right now it does not sound very good. I'm not convinced, but we are here to change that, right? Just search the name Aidit. Sure thing. So, I mean that's basically that's a lot of rumble that we have down there, which is fine. I think we'll have to turn down the sample though. And this is basically our drum. And what comes now is the sound of the arpeggio. And before we do anything else, we'll have to make it interesting, right? Because nobody wants to listen to a boring sound. It's not really what I'm looking for. Maybe the TRK does it for us. I used the TRK as a synthesizer for an Ableton project a while ago that I played on New Year's Eve. And you can see why, it has so many fantastic sounds. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. But I think he doesn't do it. Alright, the TRK is not what I'm looking for. Thank God we have so many synths to choose from. That was, oh my God, that was what we had in the machine before. This is really funny. I should be aware of what I actually want from the sound. I think the bass engine of the TRK is good. I think the sound is also good. Thing is that we have the problem again with the control, but I think I can circumvent that. It's a nice sound, I guess. So there's three things I want to control. There's the interval, there's the index, there's the cutoff. Let's turn off. Actually, this is really good. This is really good, regardless of where we are in the song. We can introduce this here as well. Not really. Alright. Maybe I was a little optimistic saying we can introduce that there. Because I like the sound, the minimalistic nature of the sound. It's, and then you open it up. You know what I mean? That's really cool. But I think I will need a short break. Sadly, my coffee is not done yet. So let's do what Weird Guy 3478 said. Let's go and search a. Where's the message? EIDITZ. Let's go on Instagram and search for him. AEIDIZ. He's deep. All right. And why in the world would I want to look him up? Is that you, Weird Guy? Are you Aidis? Are you the guy making those shots? Because it kind of has nothing to do with what we are doing right now. All right, guys, time for a break. Yeah, no, I like what we have here. I like it a lot. I think it's just, we've been online for 2.5 hours now. Short break, and then I'll come back and then I'll address the arpeggio synthesizer. Alright, alright. See you right away. Hey, how's it going? Everybody still there? Are you guys still with me? Are you guys still with me? Let's see. Oh yeah, right, I forgot. So I had a little snack. Gone. No. Everybody just left. Few seconds of silence. So we have our arpeggio. I have a coffee. Cheers. Nice. The slow drip, he says. Oh. The slow drip is actually dripping over there. Legendary loot. Yeah. No, the slow drip coffee is still work in progress. Right over there. I do not have a slow drip coffee right now, but it's just a regular coffee from my coffee machine. So let's focus. Not the normal coffee, he says. Oh no! Okay. Decisions have to be made, and I have to decide how I want my flow to sound like. I have to decide where things should start, where things should end. Where do I want the arpeggio and how do I want the arpeggio? So let's listen from front to finish, from what we already established to what we're trying to establish. And then, yeah. Basic AF, says Medfluff. Well, yeah, of course, basic AF, but I'm trying to sort things out. So, the intro, by the way, is fucking boring. Yeah. I'll see what I add, if I add something to the intro as well. I have a feeling. I mean, I love it. I love especially the. This is an actual vibe. I could see myself having this. See, thank you very much, Timmy. It is a vibe, right? Trying to blend in and out of the thing. The thing is, I think I think we continue with the rumble here. No, that's the head. We continue with the rumble here. And put the sample there as well. Just let me quickly check. We are at -7. Yeah, that's where we are. And I said I wanted to introduce the arpeggio. So, which is funny because it actually goes like this. Bro needs to be way quieter. Yeah. We can use them. Actually, this is how it goes. We introduced the arpeggio in this part already. Whoops. So let's see, because yeah, so at the very first theme after the intro, we fill the space with some effects that I'm gonna do later. Then comes the transition. Which is fine with me. Because it is aggressive and I like it. It is like, it feels like you don't expect it to actually continue with what it does, because it always stopped before, which is nice. I like it. if you get what I mean. And then we have aggressiveness carries it, says Timmy, and I agree totally. In the transition part at the end is like I don't understand though why at this very sample right here it stops the chopping. I mean, it's funny, it's random, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. We kind of have to go up again at this part. Very linear. And here we need the heads again at this second part. Awesome. Let's save it. I just increased, by the way, the volume of the hi-hat again when it goes into and let's take away the rumble kick. The only problem I have is that the rumble and the kick together are very much a very I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know. It's like you don't hear the kick, you just hear a rumble. But not the rumble, like not the rumble kick that we have. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll just have to increase the loudness of the kick. Yeah. All right. Okay. So much for this. How is the arpeggio going to behave in the build-up? By the way, I saved like 5 times in the last 10 seconds. It's really crazy. It is really crazy. Always save often, boys and girls. Maybe we just need the heads also. Maybe it's a head thing. How do I want it to sound in the drop? Maybe I should go from how I want it to sound in the drop back to how I want it to sound before. So we make the drop first. Alright? Make sense? Makes sense. Makes sense. So this is the interval, index, and filter. Definitely open up the filter. Let's not change the we change it. Wait. We change the interval. It can't be much though. It has to be very subtle changes, you know, because it's a lot. Yeah, we open it up again. Then we open up the index again, and this sounds like this. I have to do something with the main sample though. Oh damn, actually that's a crazy ending. Oh yeah. Let's do it again. If you start a song with the same tone structure and end with one, so it bleeds from one song to the next seamlessly. Good idea. Good idea. Timmy, nothing I have to worry about right now though. But yeah, that would actually something to consider when I start blending the tracks together for the EP or album or whatever it's gonna be. Yeah, no, it's a very, very good idea, bro. I like it. I mean, basically that's part of the DJ as well that's going to play the songs, right? If they have access to the stems. But the idea is very good. It's just I will come back to that, definitely. I will come back to it when I finished some of the songs, and I'll do a general plan what will be going on. And this bad boy, this needs to move over. Oh damn. Ooh. Oh, that was unexpected. Not quite. Thing is, I don't want to overdo it with the synthesizer, right? And it kind of feels like it's too much in the drop. But if I do this, we cannot. Alright, this is kind of moving in the direction. This is kind of moving into the direction I wanted it to move. Definitely, yes. Yeah, this is more like it. And we'll end around 2.5 minutes in. Yeah, looks good. Looks like a, sounds like a song. Awesome. Oh. Yeah. I think anything else would be too much now. Yeah, definitely. Uh, yeah. Great thing. We love it. Mm. The only thing that I am that I really don't know how to do without without a second monitor is how to change the color of the tracks. Track color. Which is not important to you guys, but yeah. Whatever. Alright. So, I'm gonna do some settings. I'm gonna put on some royalty-free techno in the background. Aim to head official. Oh yeah, right. And I totally forgot. Claps and snares is something that I can do. But like I said, that's something that I will do another day. Because beware, if you mess around too much on one day, you might fuck up all your progress again. And that's definitely something I do not want to do. So, by the way, I recolored every track. Yeah, awesome. Actually, it's really cool, the track that's playing right now. It's funny, it's like 16th arpeggios all the way. Since we have some leisure time, wait, let's open up last week's thing really quick. Because what we did today actually was something that I have skipped last week. The arrangement. There is a huge list of things to do that I save for later. To not do. Oh, Jesus. What the fuck? Oh, I already forgot what we did last week. Oh yeah, that's very chill. I see. What's the sliders? All right. I see. Man, this week's track comparably was very, very aggressive. What's the filler? I see. Oh my gosh, this comparably very aggressive. Very. Save as. Alright, we saved that. Because I wanted something that I quick to forget is when I save the projects, I have to save the BPM and the what you call it, the key as well, because we're always working on some sort of key, right? So yeah. So I just opened up that and saved it again. Just for fun. Because I want to mess around a little bit with... We have half an hour left, basically. And I just realized having somebody else's music on stream kind of sucks. So... let's just open up the world of Reactor. And I wanna see... 140 BPM. Yeah, sounds good to me. We're gonna be in A. Let's see if I can make something happen in Reactor. Just because we have some time left, I wanna leave the this week's project. I wanna leave it for today. Gotta be careful with the baby. Ah, there you go. So there's MIDI playing. Prism. Let's see, what is Prism? All right. This is called Fallout Lead. Crazy. What's PC wobble? Oh my gosh, it wobbles on the screen as well. This is some beginning of an apocalypse movie type shit. Yeah, it is. It was called Fallout Lead. Crazy. Brushed metal. 50 years ago, a virus broke out. Since then, the world is not the same. Well, in my timeline, that was 6 years ago, but... this is funny. Jazzy draws. See, this is the kind of sound you would do when you would be doing this industrial kind of shit. Like that, like the bow is a really good lead synthesizer. Yeah, bow bow bow. And you do melody with that, and then you take your. You know what? You know what? Let's do this. Let's go in A. No, not A. D minor. Alright. Where is it? D. Oh, deceased Quip Fabai was again with Streambow Boo trying to make some advertisement for extra viewers. Alright, let's quickly load up Massive X because we love the Massive X. We do. Let's take an LFO, put it on the amp, the fucker. Amp to 0, this to 4. This is uni. Bop, bop, bop. We sync it up. Yes, exactly like that. I think we stay in the basic shapes. Yeah. I don't get the timing quite right. As I da da da, but when I da 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 da. The struggle is real, yeah. God forbid I have a keyboard here where I could play this. Which is funny, actually. I have quite a lot of MIDI controllers, but none of them is a keyboard. Da, da, da. Maybe we have to move to okay, you know what? Let's add battery. And I hope that I get a really good industrial kit. But to be fair, actually every kit with enough distortion is a good industrial kit. This is a good industrial kit, let's go. Awesome. I'm just really quick renaming stuff. So, where are we at? We need 8th notes. Damn. The laptop lost it there for a moment. So, what do we learn from this? That we have one of those each bar. Damn. What the fuck? Yep. Yeah, let's do it like this. And we take all those. Missing deep kick if you want to go for a classic industrial style. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I still try. I thought, actually, to be honest, I thought there would be one more kick. This was a pain. All right, let's. Deep kick with reverb, so it sounds like you're in a big room. Alright, let's do this! Let's add a big fucking kick with a big fucking reverb. Because because we feel it. This. The motherfucker. It just fuck. Instead of loading it to a sample into a bar that I wanted it to load, it did just. I'm lost for words. It deleted a head and put the kick in its place instead of loading it to another sample. Alright, but we have our let's quickly get ahead again, because goddammit, fucking. Wait. Would you believe me if I told you I would just... I just reduced the BPM, but it did not adjust the... What? What is with these tempo changes? Alright, I might have figured out why the machine also was making having troubles with exporting the... I lost the vision. Yeah, me too. So in Cubase you have multiple ways to show where you're at. You can have track of the beats, you can have track of the time, and so on and so on. So what I like to do is I like to have the beats as indicator for where I'm at in the project, and then I have like I like to have a small visual representation how long the song is time wise, like minutes. I want to see the minutes as well. But having the minutes on apparently messes with the time quantization. And now I deactivated the minutes, and it now works perfectly again how it's supposed to work. Whereas before at some functions in the program it had issues. And it's funny that I just figured it out, and thanks for listening, I guess. So it was D minor, So, and putting one on top of that, by the way, in case you didn't notice, I slowed it down. I slowed down 24 BPM. We went from 140 BPM to 116 BPM. We need two things. One thing that's rising in the beat again, and one thing that's like a thing. Why? Because I think it fits the aggressive industrial tone that we're going for. So let's call it riser. Let's use massive again for it because I feel like massive. I want an envelope. I want it on the filter. We will probably have to have the filter last for this because I want to filter some distortion. Distortion. Easy. This would be an absolute nightmare to do with analog synthesizers, by the way. Thank God for digital. Not quite what I thought would. It's not quite what I thought it would be. the riser that I wanted, but I guess the riser I deserved. Okay, no, this sounds really bad. But it's alright. I deleted it. I guess I'm at the end of my creativity. But it's alright. I mean, we've had a very, very, very successful project. Let's have a listen in again. One last time. And then I'll say goodbye. And this will be the end. We'll see each other again next Sunday. So, let's go. Missing a boom chuck, says Matt Fluff. Thing is, technically you're right. It's kind of missing a snare or a clap as opposite to the kick. But I like to purposely leave out the snare or the clap because it's such a cliche thing to do, and I would like to subvert the expectation and use a different technique or a different style to fill that same role. Yeah, it is fun. I'm missing something at the start. I know I wanted to fill it with samples, but inspired by what I just did with the wannabe industrial track, let's actually add a few bars of something similar that I did there, the quick bass, the 16th bass. We are at G. Yes. Actually, yeah, let's do it like this and add the overtones as we go. So what did I do? I took the LFO, put it like this there and there. What? Oh. Make it uni, sync it up. And use the shape. Yes. Damn. What's happening? I'm getting messages from my Twitch app. I have an iPad right here where I watch all the messages coming in and out. It's giving me an error message. But the stream appears to run steady. I was offline. Oh. Oh, damn it. Oh, that explains a lot. Oh, and now there's more viewers as well. It's funny because we're almost done with the day. I just wanted to take the liberty of Alright, guys. Time's up. Time's up. I'm gonna finish here. Yeah, it was a pleasure. I had a lot of fun. Thanks again for tuning in. Yeah. Basically, see you next Sunday. Bye.